Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm Vikova, you can call me V, and today we're going to be playing some more strange Antiquities, which is so much fun. Hello and welcome to Des and Quirrell and Clydemakaran and Rowan. It is lovely to have all of you here today. Yes. I'm not going to get into the dire situation of COVID prevention in the UK right now, but yes, it is dire. And there's no easy ways around it, unfortunately. But for those who have the option, do get vaccinated. All right. We're back in the game, everyone! Coral says, you know things are bad when the USA's healthcare system is doing better than yours. Yeah, seriously. Alright. What is happening? Why did I not click you? I think I clicked you. Day 6. Ooh, I'm so excited. It's quite chilly here today, and this is amazing news because Joe is at work right now, and it means Ren has been cuddling with me. It's too cold not to cuddle with me. Gonna leave the heating off all winter just so I have cat cuddles, even though I'm the spare human, or spare dragon, if you will. Alright, let's pet Jupiter. Good kitty Jupiter. Alright, I think we did everything we wanted to do today. Yeah. So it's time to start the next day. Clydemakaran says autumn is the best for cat cuddles and in general. 100%. I'm completely with you. It's just the best. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own. And two, the casket wanted to be opened. The little tiny tomb, the little tiny casket. This is so interesting. Hess says, I like that Jupiter's purr is realistic instead of the weird cartoony ones you get in most games. Oh, definitely, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, what's this clue gonna be? Well, this doesn't look like it's gonna be on the house map. This is a person. Oh, we're gonna get... Ooh. It's like a little statue? Statue. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Oh, let's do this first. This is so exciting. Rowan says, imagine knowing your mind was like half controlled. Like, yeah, if you were aware of a possession, like you have only some control, that would be really yeah, uncomfortable, worrying, terrifying. In some ways, having no control also makes it easier to, I don't know, like at least people would know that you didn't do any of the bad things or whatever. Anyway, we move on. We're moving to the map. We're going to explore. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. Let me just check. Are there trees out here? There are trees out here. But they're more... I think they're more... they're not real. Like locations. They're oh, Jacob's Folly is full of trees. Lots of trees are in here. So let's look for a tower. The churches might have a tower, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Gulfrey's Tower? That seems good. 22. Bear that in mind. 22. 22. I'm buried among the trees. Wait, points the way. Is that... The maiden in the tower points the way. I'm buried among the trees. So is this pointing to these trees, perhaps? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. What does everyone think? I think I should click these trees. We could go to Golfrey's tower first, but I don't think that's gonna help us, necessarily. Coral says, on the plus side, we can eat solid food again. Yay! That plus cheap bread machine acquired years ago. The plus electric knife means cheap and easy homemade sliced bread. Oh, that sounds really nice. That sounds lovely. I should get an electric knife, actually. One of the reasons we don't do a lot of homemade bread is that it's so hard to cut. Rowan says, if you don't go to the tower, how do you know where the maiden points to? So you think this is our first two-step clue? Is the maiden on the map? No. I'm just guessing the tower is here and the only trees it could be pointing to are kind of this way. But if we think this is our first two-step clue, I'll go to the tower. Oh, okay, we do. Okay. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Okay, due east. Which is not going to be just... Okay, no, north is this way. Okay, so due east. Okay, so actually... Mossy Wood? Do we think it's here, or do we think it's Mossy Wood? I think it might be Mossy Wood. I'm thinking Mossy Wood. This game is so fun. Across the rooftops to the woods? Yeah, that's true. There's a lot more rooftops this way. Let's do it. Yes! I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there is nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Ooh, that's cool. Oh. I gotta put you with my stone totems. Come over here. I might start alphabetizing these. I have an awful lot of them now. Alright, maybe before we start the day, I'm gonna alphabetize. Where would I start? This cupboard isn't open yet, so alphabetizing is kind of difficult. I'll start down here. I guess I can move everything up when that opens. I'm gonna leave these pots up here. Maybe I start here and then move down? Yeah, okay. Eva Kent. Guys. Messenger and voice, yeah. Elverstone. Okay, that's too many there. Shadowhold. Move you down. Silent Breath. So if you don't mind, everyone, I'm just gonna do a little bit of alphabetizing. Ossic Ring. Finding Seed. Libula. Daedalus Link. Hunter's Boon. Okay. I'd like all of you to head up here. Okay. Shield Charm. Sleep Vessel. Hearing Charm. Okay. St. John's Anvil. I think this is the spirit I would Okay. Sunbound. Sunbond. Nearly done. Aries remnant. Okay. Orford Spire. Horned Shekel. Right here. Yeah. Hellenic Totem. I don't like how this is sitting. Well, this is going to move again. Okay, so if I move over here. Looking a little better. Okay. Okay, and who have I got left? Holgan Grimm. Voice of Serenus takes up so much space. I need to move some of this along again. Okay, that's a little nicer. Where are the V's before the... Oh no, did I? Where are my V's? Oh. Yeah. Let's do this very quickly. I think some of these will be slightly out, but this shouldn't be too bad. You can squish too many things on a shelf? Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to squish too many things on a shelf. I can see that it just keeps putting them in. I don't like that. I'd like them to have a nice amount of space. This will do for now. Okay. Alright, I'm happy with that. I think we're ready for our first customer of the day. Oh, it's Verna Green! Story's happening! I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday, and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it. Belly up and blackened they were. Not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Okay. Did Anna Bryant have the charm that made her guilty? When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. Rowan says, over squishing temporarily is useful for organizing. That is actually very true. I could have just put them all in and then tried to squish them out, but it was fine. It was fine. Abandoned house on the lakefront. Northern tip of Naylor Island. Road across. Second from the left on the road. Let's go. I'm exploring. I have to do this. Okay. Naylor Island. Northern tip. So up here. Second from the left on the row of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second from the left is you. Yes? Yeah. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole, or any way of opening it at all, but after a while, I notice an inscription that says simply, I open to the voice of Serenus? The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Ooh! Ooh! Kitty statue! Kitty statue. Golden kitty. Okay. That was awesome. You can be archived. It says meow! Meow! I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. Ooh, for your part, a leaden heart of the thalmic art. Oh, I have to give it? I don't like giving people things that help them, like, make people like them more. I just... Mind control is icky. Leaden heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. Cernunnos, sorry. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. Core of lead with a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. So they're depicting Cernunnos as a human. Cernunnos. Cernunnos is, maybe I should be looking at my index rather than here. Because he's the horned god, right? Yeah. So there might be that single moon over a circle. Let me have a look at my index. Cernunnos. We have a picture of Cernunnos in one of the other entries. What? I'm in the wrong book, I think. Where's the voice? Well, let's look at the eye. Okay, no. Ugh. Oh, I try and hit back, but that's not how this works. Human form. Okay. Rowan says, I think Lead Heart is the Antiquities version of Red Roses rather than Mind Control. Okay, that's nice. I do not care for love potions. We're looking for a figure of a person, potentially with horns. It will be heavier than it looks. I don't have a lot of statues of people. You have too many moons, I think, to be so Nunis, but maybe you are. Let's have a look at you. I thought you were a Moonstone Guardian. I think you're Selenic. You weigh 1 pound. I would say you're not that heavy. Lead heart. In his non-human form. Oh, I've just completely skipped over that. Yeah. Oh, Quirrell's mentioned it. Yes. Okay. In his non-human form, I would assume he is a stag? What are you made of? You're made of clay. That's definitely humbler. Textured. Nothing to remark. Let's weigh you. Oh, you're much heavier than you should be. Yeah, it's you. Using the index, I can remind myself that Sanunus has antlers, suggesting his non-human form could be a deer. Using my wing scales to confirm the item is heavier than it looks. Yes. Although I find, like, there's no, like, metric for what weight things should be in this game, which I find annoying. But that's fine. Corvin's Might. A Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior Queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of the battle and was the legend, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. That's cool. Angus Eaton. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Oh, I know what this is for. I know what this is for. Do I do anything? Can I do anything with you that I can, like... Do I... Because it looks like you kind of need some, like, cogs and stuff. No? Oh, I know that's what goes there. I'm gonna have to do something with it. Oh! What do I need? Hang on. I need 1, 2, 3, and there. Okay. I don't want that. I don't want that one. 1, 2, 3, and there. That looks right to me. Ah! I love it! Oh, this is so good! Find the booklet on curses! On curses and their effects, a brief overview by Dr. F. Robertson. Black Heart, Braxis, Breath of Lyra, Burning Blood. Morgan's Insanity, Noctic Sight. We've definitely already, but this is going to be so useful. Foreman's Paralysis. We've heard reference to a lot of these already. You can live on my bookcase. And what are you? No. What? Why can't I place it anywhere? Organic green material. Oh, that's exciting. Well, you're a normal item. I guess you just want to go on a shelf. Yeah, okay. Alright. Ron says it took me literal days to notice that the amulet had a mouse over that let you push on it. I was just really excited, so I just kept going back and clicking on stuff. I didn't notice the cursor until I'd already clicked, if I'm honest with you. That was cool. That was cool. I love this game. Oh, hey, Eli! I'm just here not touching anything. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford in the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer. But you seem to be handling yourself well here. I've been to the Bodleian. I went for a Tolkien exhibit. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. You want a Scythian charm? Okay. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of planetary metals. No two are the same. Wood or planetary metals. They are used by horticulturalists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it is raining. Well, it is raining. Okay. It's made of wood. Potentially, and it will be warm and tingly to the touch. Do I have any things made of wood? I have a few things that could be made of wood. Dark wood. You perhaps. You warm? You are not. Hard and cool. No, it's raining. It should be warm and tingly. You are wood. Not more you. You should be warm and tingly, so it's not you. We might have to go for metal things next. We'll have to look at the planetary metals. All of that is already accounted for. It's just... You shouldn't be... Oh yeah, it's all of these. None of you is wood. You have wood on you. It'd be weird if it was you. You warm? Tingly? No? Alright, let's look at the planetary metals. Dave, hello! Rowan says, I knew as soon as I got the amulet it was for the cabinet. I just didn't get the click on it part. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly the kind of thing I would normally do, but I was just frantically clicking. Like, it wasn't like I worked it out. I was just excited. Let's see. Planetary metals. Copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver, silver, and tin. I wonder if it'd be more likely to be gold for the sun, but okay. It will be warm and tingly, and it is made of a metal. I don't have that many to look at. So, I guess if it's not stone, let's take a look. This is for insanity. I just don't think this is it. But let's see if you're warm and tingly. Crackling energy. No. Cool. No. Warm. Warm but not tingly. Okay. What are you made of? Iron. That is a planetary metal. You. Cool and smooth. Nope. What are you made of? Gold. You're a planetary metal. Nothing to remark. Not warm and tingly. It's hot and cool. What are you made of? Bronze. I think bronze was also a planetary metal. I think just all metal is planetary metal. Hot and cool is not what we want. Smooth. It's made of two. Warm and vibrating with energy. That feels tingly. And it's plant themed. Gold and silver. That's two planetary metals. I think this is a strong contender. You have a witch sign. My heart feels lighter. You're something else. You're not made of metal, I don't think. Not metal, not metal. You have metal on you. You have metal. You're warm and smooth. You have metal on you. No. It's you. You just double check that again. Carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. They're used by horticulturalists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly while it is raining. And we know it's raining. It's you. Oh, I love it when we get it right. Okay. It's made of gold and silver planetary metals. The leaves hint at a horticultural use of the item. Closer inspection reveals that the item vibrates in wet weather. Yeah. Good. Diverging hook. A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. Oh my gosh. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all. But it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each tree, each of the 3 thalmic branches. Okay. But yeah, that's definitely a horrifying item. That's definitely a horrifying item. We continue on. Hey, Francesca. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I am finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. Oh, what? If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Oh, that's so scary. Restful mether or a witch's finger? Okay, let's look at these. I love when we get an option. The restful mether. A mether is a thaumaturge's link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. That does seem good when they're in some kind of like weird trance state. Witch's finger. Sounds bad. I do have those fingers down there. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Oh no. The thing is, I'm actually tempted to use the witch's finger. Because I feel like more and more people are getting sick, and none of the cures Rona has tried have worked. But it sounds like it might kill them, so that's a very high risk. Ron says, "Come on, witches are great. How bad could it be?" Ooh, I do feel like, I kind of feel like if we want to get to the bottom of this mystery, we might need to take the risk of the witch's fingers. But it kind of goes against my nature to take that kind of risk. I don't want to hurt anyone. Why did Eli leave me in charge? I just want to touch stuff in the shop. I don't want to make difficult decisions. This is unacceptable to leave your apprentice in charge of. He got it all wrong. He should have said touch everything and don't talk to anybody. And that would have been great. Rowan says Francesca said she's all ears though. Yeah, I don't think she thinks the restful mether is going to do much. That's the other thing that is convincing me about the fingers. I think I might go for the fingers. Anyone else? Anyone else on the way in? Do you think this is too big a risk? Or do you think we should go for it? If we could cure them. If we could cure them, it would be huge. And we could find out what's happening. Coral says, some of the choices remind me of something from another game. The options there were ask what she has for sale, murder her for some reason. Seriously, what's wrong for you? Have I seen that before? I feel like I might have seen that somewhere. Yeah. Like, I don't think Witch's Finger is a murder for some reason. Des says, I mean, I'm chronically ill. I very much have feelings about this insinuation, but that's just me. Well, I don't think we're dealing with chronic illness here. I think we're dealing with they're cursed. And it's like a plague. More and more people are getting sick. I'm not sure it's comparable, but if you feel like it is... Look at the Ambra entry. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Ooh. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Is that what's happening? I don't know. I feel like Verdana would have known. Ambra describes the condition, but it doesn't describe how you fix it. Through prolonged use? But these... Do we have any information that they've been using that? If you think this is the condition... The black eyes sound pretty distinctive. Well, Verona said that the black eyes could be caused by something else previously, but it didn't work. So I guess you could be right there. If they're just deeply disoriented, we probably shouldn't take a high risk. Like, mental fog? Intense mental fog is horrible. Okay. I think we won't do that then. We're gonna get the restful meta. Thank you all for weighing in. I am so worried about getting the bad ending through not being decisive enough, but let's carry on. Restful meta. That which is linked to the inner mind can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness. I will also say, restful meta I have to work out, whereas the... So it's going to be a mug. It's harder to find than the witch's fingers, which are, like, so easy to find. You and you have the same shape as that. I'll bring you over here. You look like you're made of wood, and we've got the 3 handles. You are made of wood, and you have the 3 handles. Hard and somewhat rough. You are wood. Nothing to remark. A sharp aroma. You odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. You are wood. Let's have a look at the gemstones. And I think that's a constellation there. Ron says, do you really think the witch's fingers will look like fingers? Do you really think that? They said it was the severed fingers of the witch! I've got those! I do kind of think that. Let me just check. I think it was amethyst. It could have been calming stone of peace and safety. Oh, if it's a dark bluish purple, let's check that. I think it could be. Oh, it's a mixture. Dark purple. No, they're all dark purple. Okay, so the calm, this is definitely it. Calming peace and safety. Yeah. I think this is it. Let's give you a restful meta. I'm worried this isn't going to do anything. Okay. On a brief moment of, like, somberness, I do apologize if it felt like I was being too intense about getting them cured. My sister has chronic pain, and it's very bad chronic pain, and she has always said very strongly that she would do anything to get rid of it, and risk anything to get rid of it, but unfortunately, there's no treatment for what she has. So I wasn't really, I think I reacted more, like, from that perspective. But obviously everyone is very different, and in general, I don't like to take risks. And I also really worried about getting the bad ending in this game. But anyway, we will carry on. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Ares remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Oh, it was the right choice! I'm so happy Rebecca Rose can paint. Being able to actually help people in this game is so awesome. It's so awesome. Okay, I need to go and explore some stuff. We're gonna go explore. This is for what it's worth. We have chronic pain and are disabled as well. Yeah, I mean, everyone reacts differently to what they experience and the intensity of what they experience and the specifics, and yeah, it's it's complicated. And it's not an experience I have, so I take views very seriously. Let's see. Where have I been and where haven't I gone? So I need something that can unlock stuff for the vaults. I think I was working my way along here, but I don't remember where I got to. I feel like exploring this randomly is not really worth it, but I'm just keep going. I'll do the named rooms and the symboled rooms. A long dining table fills a room more often used for intellectual dinner parties than dancing. Still, it holds a sense of occasion, but there's nothing to find here. Okay. Let's go in this room. I must have taken a wrong turning. This isn't where I meant to come. Okay. No, it doesn't like it when I go to rooms that aren't named. Potted plants line the edges, wren, Jacob's Worth, and camphor among them. It's peaceful, save for the distant chirp of birds, but it's time to move on. Okay. Let me use up all my energy. I need to use my energy. I'm not allowed to go in the master bedroom. I'll go in the library. Quarrel says the infamous stages of grief were originally written to describe his reactions to a chronic or terminal illness, not to the death of someone else. Really? I did not know that. That is very interesting. Piled up on a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. I'm still allowed to explore. Why can't I go in here? I guess that's just there, but upstairs. Okay. I'm not allowed to go to the south something tower, the southernmost tower. So this tower is not in the south, so I can do this one. And wait a minute, okay. It's not worth it if it's not a named room. If you don't get a clue, I think the exploring doesn't really do anything. Oh, Ren, you're being so cute. Ren is curled up like a tiny fuzzy egg, everybody. Tiny fuzzy egg. Ron says always just something. Sometimes that something makes your growing dread worse. Yes, that's true. But thus far we haven't found anything by exploring the rooms without clues. I'm ending the day. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Oh, wow. He used that awful mind magic on himself? Look at 2 again? A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with a diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. So he keeps diverging hooking himself. I find these stories hard to follow. They're so small in between the days, but they're interesting. Alright. Oh, a tower! I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Oh no, where does the sun rise? Help, help, help! Huh? Closest to the sunset. Coral says, speaking from experience, editing your own thoughts and memories is extremely dangerous and should not be done lightly. Yeah, I fully believe that. You can mess around in your own head very successfully. Except that sometimes success is really bad. I'm very wary of messing around in my own head. But thank you for the advice from someone with the experience. Sunrise is east, west is sunset. Thank you. Okay. So sun's furthest west. A tower furthest west will be... Jacob's Folly looks like it has a tower. And you're pretty far west. Galfrey's tower is also pretty far west. And you're like a tower, but we've seen that tower. I don't think it looked like that. What do we think? I'm gonna try Jacob's Folly. Coral says if you do it a lot, you can easily start to question if anything you know is real. That is terrifying. Ron says the Undermere map is oriented with north is up as normal, but the house map is not normal. Yes, I am aware of that. I'm gonna try out here. I don't think this tower... I mean, it could be here. Well, I get two shots. I'm gonna try here first. It's not it. Lady Rosalind built the Folly in memory of her husband, lost to the lake, or so the story goes. Now it stands wind-worn and empty, overlooking the water. I checked the turret just in case. Nothing but dust and old stones. Love doesn't leave much behind. Okay, nothing negative happened. More exploring! That was furthest west. So let's try here. Tell this around in my head. This is east. And this is west. Mars in winter rising in summer. No. Okay. So down this a ways is the western tower. Yes? Okay. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. A scrap of paper? Oh, heck yeah. Let's look at you. Something maybe protected by a Dionic seal? Object made from silver. Something Ionic field. Okay. You are very interesting. I feel like I can turn this. Purple gemstones. That's protection. Bronze. Okay, what's that symbol? That wibbly woobly symbol. Doesn't look like it's an imbuement. Thunder. Could I perhaps turn? Well, that's time. That's nice and simple. unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Okay. Well, these boxes are very interesting. Oh, hang on, I need to put restful matter in. Aww. Ew. Yuck. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think things are going well. Of course, this fun fact, it used to be more typical to align maps such that east is up. North being up was only popularized with Mercator's projection in 1569. That is fantastic trivia, thank you. I want to share that with Joe. Joe probably already knows. Map trivia is very much Joe's thing. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. Okay. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Wooden totems for love. Wooden totems for love. Selenic totem, is that normally made of wood? Yes. And we have them. Moon hearts. Viewed as intimate feeling as love or joy. And recalled tightly to recall the feeling. Yeah. It'll be the Selenic totem. Which we have here. You made of wood? You look like you're made of wood. Yeah. Good. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. It didn't work. Jack Hungerford has not responded well to the Dranthium tea. To the tea? If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into the trance. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I know tea was the restful mother. We made it worse. That's so frustrating. Those silly sots at Calgarth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. Seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenebrin cloak I could use this evening? Tenebrin cloak? I've got some snooping to do. Tenebrin cloak. We read this. Sphere of enshrouding darkness. A single stone set in bronze. And it's a totem. Single stone set in bronze. Oh, well, are you gold? No. Need a stone. A single stone set in bronze. What are you doing here? No, 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 no. Yeah, okay. Single stone set in bronze. A lot of these totems are actually... It looks like you, actually, probably. Turquoise gemstone. Let's have a look at the gemstone. That's not what I'm looking at. Stone of water. I mean, anchor between body and mind. I think it was the stone of water. It's like a turquoise, right? Turquoise, yeah. I don't think it's you. But it could be. You're a single stone. Or bronze. Green gemstone. You have an awful lot of symbols on you. Green gemstone. Augmentic. Dradic. Earth and nature. Oh, Ren's in front of chat. I want to talk to you! Des says the other option would have been death for some. So, like, I don't know, just wasn't a good option. I don't know that it would have caused death for any of them, but it definitely felt like a big risk. Yeah. I'm glad I had, mediating, voices. But I am distressed that we've made things worse. Like, it's not to say that it would have been better if we'd used the fingers. It's just a bad situation. Single stone set in bronze. It could be you. You are a single stone set in bronze. And you don't have any other symbols going on. Your symbols are thunder. Are these elements? Not what I want. I want snow. Fog. This is about weather. I think I'm gonna get this one wrong, to be honest. Hail. I'm leaning towards this one. I'm gonna do it. No. Oh, I took a lot of... No? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It's going very badly! Both were wrong! I don't understand! I'm so close to being overwhelmed. A single stone set in bronze. I mean, a single stone set in bronze. These are bronze. I don't have any other single stones set in bronze. This is gold. Maybe something we've tentatively labeled as wrong? Yes. We have the Moonstone Guardian, and we have the Spirit Eye. Are you light and darkness, perhaps? Let's see. Now, you are stone and a pinkish gemstone. This is bronze. This is bronze and wood gemstone. Neither of these is clear cut. Dark green gemstone. But it's not striated. Oh, is it striated? I guess I'll take a closer look at that. Stone of Sight would seem... It is striated. Okay. Let's see if those symbols are light and darkness. No, they're heat. And cold. No, wait. Circle and triangle. Circle and triangle. Oh yeah, cold. And yeah, no, the hot and cold. With sight in the middle. I don't feel any more like this is close than the other ones I chose. What is your gemstone? I feel like I'm gonna lose the game right now. Progressed out. No, it's like an amethyst. It's like, oh, it's a moonstone. Protection and enveloping night. Well, I think it could be you. Enveloping night is more... I think it could be you. Runs, if you don't lose the game or have to restart if you max out your dread. I bet it affects the ending. Oh. Phew. This totem has a gemstone set in bronze. The gemstone is Moonstone, a stone of enveloping night, which is a useless item. Okay. Saint Cedric's Thunder. Saint Cedric's Thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries, and there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. They are placed on the tops of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Return run cloak. Let me change this color. Okay. S-T? Yeah. Alright. Okay. Barton Potter. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat, and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs. Like the catacombs with a tiny, tiny tomb? Very rare, worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And all I'm asking for in return is a Valent. Valent. I keep forgetting to mention, it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. I've already done it. Ah, that's awesome. Okay, a Valent. I don't think I have a Valent. But I remember reading about the Valent. The holes in a Valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Needs holes. I'm feeling like you might be one. Do you have a curious pulse? Pulsing power like a beating heart? Yeah. And you vibrate with energy. Equal size and spacing. I think it's you. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Wow. No. Go in my maps. Yeah. Go into my map drawer. Okay, don't give her anything dangerous. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes. But nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's Might, please, and I'll be on my way. Grace, or Corvin's Might. Well, I'm guessing the Corvin's Might is what I don't want to give you. Let's not give you any murder instruments. Corvin's Might, sometimes called an eagle's gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior Queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Yeah. They pay homage to the Bloody Queen's gift. Okay. So it'll probably be bird related. There's an assassin's tool, so let's not do that. Let's look at Grace Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. Alright. Shadowhold. Okay. Okay, then we know the thing. A shadowhold or an oshadic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar, bottle, or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an oshadic spirit. Pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They're decorated with an elaborate design called the shadow catcher. Yeah, so we have a bottle with that, which was the shadowhold. But we have this, which has the same design, just turned a different way. This is a Grace Grace. Yeah. I still can't see chat. Ren's having a nice time. She's kind of staring at the screen. Can you see anything there, Ren? Or you just turning your back to me? Hello. Hello, good girl. She's such a good girl. Oh, she's wandering off now. Spirit Vault. A spirit vault, also known as a fetid chamber, is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They are not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. Quarrel says, I feel like this was probably the right choice. Handing out something described as an assassin's tool seems bad. Yeah, absolutely. Don't insult me, Thaumaturge! This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. I will get hold of a Corvin's Might. Oh no. Hello, Ren. Ren is now in the way. She's in the way of me instead of in the way of chat. But she's lovely. She's such a good girl. She's receiving many pets. Okay, we can probably fit in another day, right? Should we explore a tomb? Oh no, I'm like very full of dread. We're ending the day. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged toward the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Oh. It is a curse. Okay. That's a tomb! Coral says, don't insult me by assuming I'll just hand out murder gubbins. Absolutely. Okay, that's a nice, simple tube. Probably you? Oh no, let's have a better look at you. No, you! Maybe you're actually very similar. Got it. I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Okay. Cool. Grace. Yeah. Okay. Constance Bader. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Amphibian talon. Oh, I need to take a... I'm feeling really uncomfortable and like I've made... It's probably worse even to talk about it, but just to be clear, I don't think being ill should be cured at any cost. I definitely don't think that. I don't even think it's worth taking meds that might make you thin but have terrible side effects. I don't think that. But in the context of the game, and I don't think I completely grasped that it was just that this, like, kind of coma trance they keep talking about them being in is brain fog rather than... yeah, I think I reacted incorrectly, so just to say, like, I'm very sorry. And, yeah. Ugh. I think a combination of getting things wrong and miscommunicating just really... Oh, not coping very well with it. Amphibian Talon. The League of the Amphibian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. I remember this. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. So we need a talon that can draw blood. It has 2 points if you look at that. It looks like it. You have 2 points. It could be potentially considered a talon. Coral says the difficult thing with costly treatments is there isn't a single right answer, it's always subjective. Yes, I very much get that. But like, yeah, I just felt uncomfortable with how I feel like I'd communicated that, and I wanted to be clear that also this is very much in the context of the game. I am a highly risk-averse person, for myself. All my family I actually have done this. I've given all of my family instructions that if I ever go in a coma, to never, like, just keep me in the coma until medicine gets better. I actually really worry about that sometimes. Cross says our mother survived cancer once. When it came back 5 years later, she chose to die rather than go through the treatment again. Oh. Yeah. Very sorry. Ugh. This is all very heavy stuff, but it's also very real, even though this is all in the context of, like, this fantasy game. Like, it does reflect real things. Yeah. Coral says since then, the specific cancer she died of has had much more effective treatments developed. People routinely survive it now. Oh. Much love to you. Very sorry. Yeah. Medicine is complicated. Illness, pain, they're complicated. Okay. Alright, everyone. What do we think is a talon? I'm gonna see if I can look up the broken path and the nameless gods. We can see it has like 2 almost fingernail-like marks. Oh, it's the 2 fingers! Rowan's right. Rowan's right. Those weren't witch's fingers. Those are like human. I was just looking at that and thinking, that's like human fingernails. Oh! The broken path. We haven't had anything else with that, with the broken path, I don't think. No, just the talon. It's this! Leathery. Worryingly sharp. Oh. Definitely has like nameless, it makes me feel uneasy. This has nameless god feels. This is, I will say, I interpreted the witch's finger as something that they'll use for everyone if it works, and at that point some folks would not survive. Yes, and also, like, they don't have any say in it at the time. It is, yeah, very true. We move on. That's not the witch's fingers? This game. Morgan's Folly. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eye upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Okay. Goodbye! Hi, Simone. Oh, where's Jupiter today? What? Where is Jupiter today? I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. My cat in real life just meowed at me. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? Hi, Ren. Hello. Oh. This goes with our Dionic fields. This is 2. Object over a thalamic lens. We still don't have a thalamic lens. Thalamic fields. Dionic field. Yeah, okay. Those are all kind of something together, I think. Okay. I've come back for that Corvin's Might, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. Okay, but I'm not giving it to you. Okay. I want a Corvin's Might. Either you give it to me, or you never see your cat again? Take it to the woods behind Calgoth. Coral says, you realize, of course, that this means war. Yeah, what are we gonna do? She wants to kill, the adventurer guy. What's his name? Potter? Something Potter? You. Barton Potter. Can we talk to him? I gotta keep going. We gotta go to the woods. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty ram when a stranger came up to me. That I would feel cursed with that too. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I have been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. Okay. A cure for nightmares. I think that's something we already have. a cure for curses as well. Changes of Dr. Learmonth. What did we have? We have the Perfect Purifier. That cures small objects. That's not what we want. Jupiter is more important than Barton Potter, but we can't! Rowan says no time for customers, must save cat. Do I bring her the item? I don't want to give her the item. Where did she say? Woods behind Calgarth. Calgarth Hall, 25. I guess this is the woods behind. Can we just go? Do I have to identify it before I go? What? Can I give her something else? I don't know what to do about this. Hi, Ren. Hello. Hello. She wants dinner. It's early, but she wants dinner. Maybe when you get there, you'll have an option. Maybe. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's might and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there's a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Diverging hook? Yes. And under this situation, I give her an item that lets her kill someone, or she kills my cat. Or we clip something out of her memory. We're doing the diverging hook. Okay, I'm glad we have the option. I never know when this game will give you an option or not, and it's very scary. Single gemstone from each of the 3 thalmic branches. Our 3 thalmic branches are celestial, diurnal, and individual. We need 3 different gemstones. Like you. Oh, that's diurnal. Black, orange, and then the striated green. I think so. That's dionic. You... Oh no, you're dionic. Is it Dradic? It's Mentic, okay. What was black? Dradic. Dradic, Mentic, Dionic. That's not what we want. That is 3 different. We want... Hang on, Dionic. Dradic is celestial. Mentic is individual. Okay, so this is probably what we want. That's got 4 gemstones. I think this is it. This is genuinely awful. We have to do this. That wasn't it? Oh, I took so much. Oh no! I've become so bad at this. You're around the head. You have a yellow and an orange and a turquoise. Dionic. Dradic. Those are 2 different. Wixic. I think that's 3 different. No. Dionic. Wixic. Dradic. So it's probably you. Let's have more of a look. Gold and iron. No feelings. I mean, this was a tricky one. What were the clues? It has a gemstone from each of the thalmic branches. So it could have been either of them. That's kind of rubbish. I guess it's around the head. I focus my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thought relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly at the diverging hook. Oh no. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Mary Bell, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. We've stolen her anger. We might have done anything to her brain if it was kind of a wild slice, but we can go get our cat. I'll be back. I have to go get my cat. I need to organize those later. Let's go get our cat at the Mary Bell. Okay. Mary Bell is 23. The Mary Bell is on an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There is nobody aboard and nobody that can see. I can see at least, so I climb over the railing and start peering through the grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate crying coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes. Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. Oh my gosh, that was awful. Oh, Jupiter. I really hoped that Jupiter was just off on an adventure and that nothing terrible was happening to Jupiter, but I should have known. I mean, I did kind of know. Oh, okay. What am I finding for you? Something that will remove a curse. And nightmares. Let's try our index. Curse. Lamb's Siphon. We don't have that. Used to reverse the effects of a black heart curse. Skilled hand is required to perform the procedure, drawing the curse from the body over the course of several hours. Made using the dried seed pod of sheep snap plant. Well, I think we have that. Black heart curse. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted as though it is clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch, and veins stand out darkly on the body. Eventual death will occur. That doesn't sound like you. You're having nightmares. What kind of curse is nightmares? Necrosis of the flesh, breathing difficulties, burning, poison of the mind it could be. Those suffering from the noctic sight speak increasingly of vivid nightmares. I think that's you. Noctic sight. Noctic sight. Nightmare, sleep vessel, noctic. Sleep vessel. Okay. Well, we don't want an Ambra. 6 points of the sleep vessel. They help people stay awake by storing their fatigue. They create nightmares. We don't want that. Nightmare. What does Selenic Totem do? They give joy. This is not what I want either. I think I might be barking up the wrong tree with this. And the Ambra causes mental fog, so that's not what we want. Verona Green said something that removes Noctic energy. It linked to a Moonstone Guardian. Hang on. Yeah, Noctic Sight specifically listed. Oh, was it? It's specifically listed in my book? Story Dragon, it's lovely to have you here today. Hello. Okay, Noctic Sight. Oh, yeah. I just needed to read down. Moonstone Guardian. The banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic Sight. That's what we want. The form of a comforting guardian. Well, there's a moonstone in this cat. Light pink moon. That's a moonstone in this book, right? It's Selenic. So moon related, yeah. Protection and enveloping night. I think it's you. You're a comforting guardian. A comforting guardian does sound like that. They absolutely watch over you in the night. There's a sorry if we're not very present since we're already getting some mild side effects. Brain fog, yay. No, brain fog, not yay. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry you have to go through this in order to have some measure of protection, but I hope it passes quickly. Crosses or a dog, we don't seem to have any dog totems. So true. Very true. People don't really talk about it, but dogs are so cats are diurnal. They aren't actually nocturnal. They're kind of awake at sunrise and sunset sort of times. And dogs also are as well, I think, naturally, or wolves are. They're not actually nocturnal. And they're not not diurnal, sorry. Crepuscular. I'm getting confused. Diurnal's the day. Quirrell just caught me. Yeah, crepuscular. I think dogs are crepuscular as well, aren't they? Or wolves are. But perhaps dogs have become more diurnal. Like bunnies! Exactly, Clyde. A cat could be considered a comforting guardian. 100%. Look how friendly this one looks too. It's got soft eyes. Ascus. An ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. Those that use an ascus for extended periods sometimes forget to breathe once they are back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. I have something with a ring around it. You. I bet you're the ascus. We lifted a curse! Cool. Quirrell says dogs tend to be active at whatever time of day their family is active. I mean, that's very true of cats as well. Although they do run around a little bit at night. They're much more active during the day. Because we're active during the day. But I guess I mean kind of more biologically than behaviorally. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In the cellar where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from a rock itself. Oh no. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. It is some kind of, like, magic plague. This is not good. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I have a map! Do you need the map? I realise now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. That's like a protection from a kind of insanity curse, right? I think we saw that. You can actually hear Ren? Yeah, she's begging. She's like, please stop streaming. Please stop streaming and do my dinner time playtime. Sextrum. I think we saw that. Okay. Protects against insanity in all its forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. We have an item that protects against insanity. It's you. These are protection. This is insanity. I think it's you. We didn't even get much information on it. Yeah. I've been waiting for that one. Hinting at its protective properties. Yeah, hinting at its protective properties. Hi, Ren. Oh, she's stumbling. Hello. Hello. Don't step on everything. Fortinance. A fortinance can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or by a hex. They are made of stone or iron and usually take the form of a small totem. Okay. Oh, it's the end of the day. I am already not doing great on Dread. I will end the day here. And I will end the stream here. Oh, Ren is decided to start grooming, like, basically on my mouse. Ren, excuse me. I'm very sorry. Is this okay? She's decided to move. Right in front of me. There's a good girl. I would like to quit. Yes. Okay, everyone. Ren has decreed that the stream is over. And you know what? It's about time anyway. Thank you so much for being here. This has been this is a fantastic game. I love playing it. I love everything about it. And I know that today was a little bit heavy in terms of our conversations, but I thought that they were good too. I wish you all a lovely weekend. I wish you all to recover quickly from various short-term ailments that have occurred. Yeah, hopefully I will see some of you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.